First, I want to talk about X-Force number 3. Now, Pete, this made you very angry.
See, what happened was, I was all excited because they made a bloodier version. So I was like,
the cover.
Yeah. Well, no. They said this is the bloody version. So I figured, hey, there's going to be a lot of action in this comic. Nope. All talking, not one fight. Bunch of liars.
Well, I think they're setting up a fight, and you're a sucker for buying the bloodier cover. Like,
No, they didn't say. There wasn't like
It was called the bloody variant. The variant referring to the cover.
Yeah, well,
did you buy it on the back of a truck or?
Was it just a guy who was bleeding? He was like,
damn. You pointed so well.
This series, despite what Pete might say, is great, and I'm completely surprised that I like it because it's about a bunch of. They basically took all the dog X-Men and put them on a team together.
And one guy had
You're gonna
died.
call Wolverine a dog?
Wolverine is very close.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's a dog. It's kind of undercutting him a little bit. He's more.
No, we're not making fun of your boy. We're all cool here, all right?
This issue is great. It builds on lots of X-Men history, but in a very accessible way, and I think it's the greatest assemblage of X-Men villains ever.
I just feel that it's been a bunch. We still haven't got all the. You've got a kick-ass team together, and so far we haven't seen much fighting at all. So that part is
next issue.
There's going to be blood
You said
everywhere.
that in the last issue. You said next issue. You said next.
What do you need to see right now? Like, it'll happen. Wait for
It's
it.
just been building on.
Watch, like, Faces of Death or something. Don't rent it. It's bootleg. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's horrible.
What?
No, all right. We're going to move on and talk about Supernatural Rising Sun number 1, spinning off of the hit CW series. Pete,
I just made us pick that comic because I wanted to hear you say based on the
really?
CW.
But you liked it, right?
No, it was actually. I thought it was A, funny, and B, well done. I thought it would suck. I was like, okay, well, I'll buy this. Maybe we'll be able to make fun of it. But it's actually done pretty well. And there was a funny line in there where the dad is talking to his kids. He's like, "Son, let this be a lesson to you. You come across a town of hot ladies. It's either your lucky day or they're, what did he say, like werewolf whores or something like that."
Yeah, something like that.
It's a great life lesson.
I was like, man, I wish I had a dad like that.
He's earlier talking to his sons, and he just got bitten by like some sort of walking wolf.
Some werewolf horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and he's bleeding all down his arm, and his sons are like, "Dad, what's wrong?" He's like, "I burnt my hand on the engine block." I was like, those kids are dumb. And later on, so the whole story is about they go into this town and there's all these women who are like, "Stay here, I want to sleep with you." And the dad's like, "I don't know what to do."
Oh, I'm sorry, hell whores. They're called hell whores.
They're succubi. And throughout the whole story, all the men who live in the town find little secret ways of slipping him notes and say, "Leave." Like one guy on the frosty beer mug is like, "Go away."
Yeah.
And the one guy leaves him a note on his fast food that says, "Leave." That's great camaraderie.
Yeah, pros before hoes.
I think they're trying to keep all the hoes for the bros.
Okay, anyway, this is fine. Let's move on and talk about the last issue of Death of the New Gods. Once again, Superman is crying on a cover, so you know it has to be good.
God.
No. That was for me.
This is just really bad. If I have no shot. If Superman's confused, I have no way of knowing.
That is pretty much the entire issue. Superman's like, wait, what's going on? Oh, everybody's stronger than me. What's going on? I'm not usually in this situation.
Even so far as to be like, "Oh, I've been passing out a lot in the last 5 minutes. I don't know what's going on." And then he explains what's going on ad nauseum. Even recapping the last issue.
And then the end of the issue doesn't even end. It's basically the entire series. Death of the New Gods is about the death of the New Gods. The last 2 new gods are there, which is Orion and Darkseid. And what Kirby built up is that eventually Orion would kill Darkseid. It gets to that point where Orion's ghost, for some reason, is fighting Darkseid, and Darkseid's like, you know what, let's do this somewhere else. Which was Countdown number 2, which came out last week. And so they don't even end the series at all. I mean, I know that's complaining because I thought this was the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
And being like, oh, then it wasn't good.
Well, no one has been buying this, so they had to move the big end, to the more important book. But yeah, real bummer. And plus, like, the villain of this series was a ghost. It was part of a wall. It was then mixed with an equation. See, what are you doing?
The equation I thought was cool, but I was not cool with the wall.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to talk about Hulk number 3. Finally, the Red Hulk is battling the Blue Abomination. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah, okay, so in case you haven't been keeping up, there's a new Hulk. The Hulk is red. The regular green Hulk is underground. There's also a new Abomination.
Who's blue?
Who's blue,
Who
who's
goes
Frank
by
Jones.
A-bomb.
Who goes by A-Bob. And he's like, please don't hurt A-Bob.
He's like, "Oh, Mr. A-Bob." I was like, really?
Here's the thing about this comic book that you guys are going to have. It makes me feel stupider while I'm reading it. And I'm starting to love it. It's a little upsetting.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah. You're 3 Hulk comics away from being peak. So be careful. You're gilding the lily, sir.
What do you think about this?
I thought I wasn't very.
You loved it. See? Watch out.
I didn't like it very much.
Really?
Yeah. I just.
But the dude was punching the other dude.
I know. I just didn't like the fact he was calling himself A-Bomb, and then it was like Red Hulk stops at a security gate to get his eyes scanned. I was like, what the?
Yeah, this is just...
It was a lot of weird kind of
There's
random
like
stuff.
giant harpy robots and stuff.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
green.
And,
The art's really good, but like, he's got like the Hulk shooting a giant gun. Is that insane? This whole thing is he's very strong. It's like having him like sit in a room and like call people to kill him. Yeah.
All right, that was dirty. Okay. Anyway, this is
yeah.
What?
Helen.
Hey, we gotta get to the next book. Everyone.
let's talk about Helen Killer. Now,
Wait a second.
to be fair, it's not what you think it is. It's about Helen Keller, and she's like, oh, it's
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to get into comics, Kevin, start there. That's your gateway drug.
Here's the thing. There's a number of
What's
years
the thing?
where they completely lost track of Helen Keller, right? And during that time, she became a secret government agent. This is autobiography. And she has these special glasses, right?
Yeah.
Invented by Alexander Graham Bell.
That let her see and hear and see people's souls. And also make her stronger and learn kung fu.
Yep.
And they were invented by Alexander Graham Bell. Invention.
Yeah, this book's crazy.
I was like, I just kept reading it like, what?
Why would you pick Helen Keller?
I know.
To be the one that...
He describes it in the back, actually. He says he was watching Jeopardy, and there was a question where the answer was Helen Keller, and that's how he came up with the idea for the book. I don't know. But
That's why you shouldn't smoke weed and watch TV.
Well, he does in the back of the book try to say, like, listen, and I know this seems crazy, but there are a couple, like, her name was Phantom. She called herself Phantom when she was from the ages of 8 to 18. She called herself Phantom, so we don't know what happened. This is his way of filling in that gap.
So, for a true slice of history, pick up that.
I want to hear, like, Mahatma Gandhi. Mother Teresa. Let's get all of our saintly people.
Nothing safe.
Yeah.